Welcome back to the Thais Show. I am your host, of course, Thais. I am here to interview illustrious guests that will tell their story, talk about their journey, let us know how it has been therapeutic from them, and as well, this helps the audience to gain a perspective if you are considering being an entrepreneur, but maybe you haven't quite been need to be maybe you need to be nudged over the edge a bit. Get some help. That's right. Get some help. I mean, I've had people tell me that after watching this, they've been inspired, they've been encouraged to go ahead and give it a try. Maybe you lack some confidence, maybe you have a bit of self-doubt going on. Hopefully, after you see the show, you'll realize that you can do it too. All right, so today I have with me Mr. Sekou. He is an author. So we're going to get into his journey, how his journey has been therapeutic for him, and he'll have a whole story to tell you. All right, so let's go. How you doing, Sekou?
All right, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Yeah.
Good, good. I'm so glad to have you on. I've seen you making waves online.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I see you popping up here and there,
Yeah,
doing your thing.
that's all thanks to P King. She gets me popping up everywhere.
Yes, yes.
She popping up everywhere. Popping up here, popping up there, popping up there. She handles it. Handles it.
Right, right, exactly. All right, and we'll you can mention Miss Fee King again as well.
Yeah. P King is my fiance.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So Fee is your fiance, and Fee is phenomenal. Fee is an
Yeah.
entrepreneur as well.
It's
Okay,
amazing.
so the two together are a power couple.
Yes, yes, we are.
Yes, yes. Good to hear. Always good to see.
Thank you.
So now you are an author, okay?
Yeah.
And tell us the name of your book.
So the name of the book is Hack Your Pain To. Hack Your Pain To. Hack Your Pain Now. Sorry, Hack Your Pain Now. Hack
Hmm.
Your Pain Now. And I wanted to piggyback on something you said earlier about being nudged because my book, Hack Your Pain, Hack Your Pain Now, really came out of me having a stroke. And it was then that I published the book. So we'll get more into that, but I just wanted to connect the two. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So the name of the book is called Hack Your Pain Now. And see, this is the foundation of the content really on the podcast. I've been doing the podcast for a couple of years now. I did take a break and have a bit of a hiatus, but we're back.
Yeah.
And the you know the foundation for the content is that entrepreneurs can come on and tell really exactly how they started their business. Okay. And I mean, and being an author is a business,
Yeah.
because you don't want to write this book and put it out there and you still have to market it. People have to find out about it
Yeah,
in
you gotta
order
change
to,
hats. You gotta
right.
change hats from writing it to promoting it.
Yes,
Sure.
exactly. So that storytelling, it normally will come from some type of trial or tribulation that we've gone through. And just like in your title, some type of pain. And a lot of times businesses are birthed, from pain,
Yeah.
from overcoming some obstacles. So, of course, we're going to talk about all of that. Okay, so the name of the book is Hack Your Pain Now.
Yep.
And as everyone can see on the ticker, and if not, when you listen on the radio, I'm going to tell you that the book can be purchased at Sekou's website, which is www.sekouwrites, and that's WRITES.com. Please also follow him on Instagram, okay, at Sekou Writes.
That's
All
right.
right.
That's
So
right.
now we're gonna get into why we should be following you.
Yeah. So I'll continue my point. My point about the book is that I had a serious stroke. I had two strokes, right? And
Okay.
so my entrepreneurship, we called it, happened after I was already an entrepreneur. After I was already an entrepreneur in my life, then things are broken up by the stroke. Now there's this new trajectory. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So the new trajectory, I say it that way because I want to make it very clear that I lost everything. I lost everything with the
Mm-hmm.
stroke. I lost my
Mm-hmm.
memory. I lost my ability to speak. I lost my
Mm-hmm.
ability to walk. I lost everything. I
Mm-hmm.
woke up in a hospital bed. I didn't know the word for hospital, for the place where I was. I just knew that there were people hovering over me, and I wanted to know why, but I didn't have the words to articulate why. Right? And so it was a very hard process. It was a very hard process, but I just started over from the beginning. And once I finally, after several different iterations, I ended up at my mom's house because, well, this happened while I was visiting my mom. So this, so this is not even a familiar place. Like, this is a new hospital, new doctors, everything's new because this happened to be when I was in Nashville, Tennessee. I was visiting my mom. I was doing something with her with Fisk University, and
Mm-hmm.
that's when I had this stroke. So anyway, I I went to her house after I identified that this woman was my mom because I didn't remember her, which was crazy. I did not remember who she was. I had to get to the fact that this is my mom, this is my home, this is a place where I grew up in. And I started looking around things in the space.
Mm-hmm.
And I found this stack of papers. I found a stack of papers and began to try to read. Now, I tell you that I could not read, and that was the scariest thing of all. All the things I said,
Mm-hmm.
all the things I said, I could not read, and that was the scariest. So I'll pick up this stack of papers every day, pick it up, and I try to read the first word, second word. I try to read, and I couldn't do it, and I put it away, and I kept trying, kept trying, kept trying. But
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, I was able to read it, and that book helped me, helped me, helped me become a better person. And that book was the book Hack Your Pain Now. And I noticed later on that I had all these notes on it. Do not publish. Do not publish AQ. Keep it to yourself. Like, this was all for me, right? And I had no intention of publishing. But
Wow.
I said that this book had such an effect on me. It made me a better person that I had to put it out and give it to the world. I gave it to me. I did.
Mm-hmm.
That's Hack Your Pain too.
Mm. That is some story. I really appreciate you coming on. I was excited to have you on, because I knew that you had, a story to tell. And, it needs to get out there. People need to know. I'm so glad that you wrote the book. So prior to you having a stroke, you said you were already an entrepreneur. What were you doing, a different type of business
Yeah,
before
I
getting?
I
Mhm.
was an author primarily. I was
Okay.
an author. I was a playwright. I was a jewelry maker. I did lots of things. I was a very busy boy. I was a very busy boy
Mhm.
before the stroke. But after the stroke, all those things I stepped back from, and I was like, let me just figure out who I am, what I'm doing, and rebuild myself. And
Mm.
that's
Mhm.
how I got to just one book, and this is the book I'm promoting. Like, my books are still available on Amazon, but this is the main book that I'm publishing now because this book is a helpmate to others. Like, it's 10 little 10 little commandments that will
Mhm.
help you make yourself better. And I can attest to it because it helped me make myself better. And I didn't know when I read it that I had written it. Like, I was reading something. I was reading something. I was just reading it. And then when I finally realized, I was like, what? This is mine? I wrote this? I said, all right,
Right.
I have to publish it. I have to publish it. Yeah. Yep. Because
That is absolutely amazing. So I'm hearing you say that prior to the stroke, you did not plan on even publishing the book.
No,
So
I did
was
not.
it like
No, I did
journal?
not. No, I did not.
Right.
I did
So
not.
was it like journaling for you before prior to the stroke?
Was what?
Was it like journaling for you?
Yeah,
You were writing. I mean,
it
it's a
was.
whole personal development.
Yeah, it was very personal, and
Mhm.
it was the the most giving thing I've ever written, and because I was in such pain when I wrote it that I was able to cut through the right through everything to what could help people get over things faster. So this is what I was doing. I was imagining that someone gave me this book. I was
Mhm.
imagining myself as a hurt black man, someone giving me this book, and I was trying to figure out what I would need because I didn't find it out there. I went looking for books and books and books. I couldn't find one, and so I wrote the book that I wanted to create.
Mhm.
And then I was like, all right, this is way too personal. I'm not releasing it. This is going to be from me to me. I'm going to come out every couple of years and read it. But when I read it and I saw how helpful it was to me, then I decided to release it. And it's same. I mean, I released it as is. That's typos, spelling errors, all those things are still present in the book. I just ran with the version that was available then. Yeah,
So
I should mouth over.
you were looking for a book to help a black man.
Mm-hmm.
And what type of help were you looking for at that time?
At the time, I was looking for help around a breakup and how to survive that, like how to survive a really strong breakup where you feel like uneasy about life. And so
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
was what I was writing about. But
Mhm.
I tell you that the lessons in the book were helpful to me as a stroke survivor. Like they were helpful to me still because I was able to weave in between the commandments things that were concrete and fast, and they were about like if you've lost your balance, if you're teeter tottering on anything in your life, here is what you need. Here is what you need. Yeah.
That that is so. I tell you, I now have maybe interviewed about 30 or people.
Mm.
Um, and an amazing guest, and we all have a story,
Mm-hmm.
to tell. But I don't think I could interview 300 more and get a story similar to this
Yeah.
because I'm
Yeah.
amazed. I'm stuck at you were reading your own book.
Yeah. I didn't know it was
It
mine.
helped you. You were not going to publish the book at
Yep.
first,
Yep.
and then but you had this epiphany
Yep.
after learning really to read again.
Yeah. And struggling over the words, still stammering over the words. But yes, I decided to put it out because it can help other people, and other people have already said like, yes, this was so helpful. Thank you for putting this out, Sekou. So I appreciate you guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now you said that you put it out unedited.
Yep. Unedited.
So
Unedited.
tell us the significance in that.
So the book was halfway through something. I was going through something, but when I had the stroke, like it just happened, right? So the
Mm-hmm.
book was unfinished. I
Mm-hmm.
could not I could not get myself in such a mind state to do the things that I needed to complete the book. I couldn't get into word spell check. I couldn't get into adding a sentence. Like words ran away from me. When I tried to write things then, I would write I can't explain to you how it was for me to write something. It was so difficult. Like my hand it was was jaunted, and the words were moving. Like it was very difficult. And so
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, what my mom and I decided to do is to publish the book as is, as is, as is, and put it out there. And now that I have the abilities where I could think of a few things, I could fix a fix a couple typos and stuff like that. My mom was like, no, no, because this represents where you were. This represents where you were when you published it. So let it be. Let it be.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I that is exactly what I gathered, when you said that you published it as is,
Yeah.
at the time, so to speak.
Yeah.
But I needed everyone to hear from you, why it was published like that. My
Yeah.
mom had an excellent idea.
Yeah.
Excellent
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. She
Yeah,
did.
that's definitely different, but it is like you said, it signifies exactly where you were at the time.
Yes. It does. It does.
So, how long was it from you actually having the stroke to a full recovery?
I'm still recovering.
And you're
I'm
still recovering.
still
Mhm.
recovering. Let me make that plain. I am still recovering. I am still recovering. It's been 2.5 years, and I'm still
Mhm.
recovering. But you have to understand that I had to overcome so many barriers. I had to overcome them putting a wheelchair in my room, and I had to get past riding in a wheelchair, and I had to
Mhm.
get past walking with a cane, and I had to figure out how to use my mouth, how to use my words, my memory is still sometimes I don't remember things, and so it's just been one thing after the next thing after the next thing, and so I've been fighting. I've been fighting for 2.5 years. I've been fighting every day because my body, the right hand side of my body, from the head of my to the top of my head to the bottom of my soles of my feet, is still in pain. It's the right side of my body is in pain. It's been in pain every single day. And this
Mm.
is, I'm just dealing with it. I'm just dealing with it. I don't complain about it often because there's sometimes when it gets me down, but I just got to keep on pushing, keep on pushing, keep on pushing. And so by doing that, I'm giving myself something to hold on to, something to hold on to.
Mm. You were definitely pushing through, and you've I mean, we talk about, overcoming, but you're in a position that you are not only pushing through, but showing others that they can do it. And even if their challenge, so to speak, is not a physical challenge, it may be a mental challenge. A lot of times, a physical challenge will lead to mental challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you are going through what seems like absolute, I mean, just hell, there's always a way to pull yourself out.
Yeah.
You had support, okay, which is a beautiful thing,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I mean, it's again, it's an amazing story. It's an amazing story. So, what are a few of the chapters or so, or points, that you made in the book, without giving it all away?
I give you B. King's favorite point. It talks about putting a pencil in your mouth. Putting a pencil in your mouth. So I'm advising people to put a pencil in your mouth. And you're like, what? What are you doing? What are you doing with that? But
Mhm.
what you're doing by putting a pencil in your mouth is it starts the neurons firing that approximate a smile. So it's not a real smile. It's just like something you're doing to mimic a smile. Putting a pencil in your mouth, you know, and that
Mm-hmm.
mimics having a smile, making a smile, and those neurons will start firing. Those neurons will start doing their thing, doing their happy dance up here, and that will help you. It will help you feel better. Not a lot, but it help you just a little bit feel better. And that's something you
Mm-hmm.
should know. You got to know
Mm-hmm.
how. You got to be able to deal with things automatically. And so, for example, I was I was doing lots of things with therapists here back in New York, and I would have to go into new spaces, new doctor's office, and I couldn't speak to them. I couldn't speak, not really. I couldn't speak, and I would come in and I would smile, and I would smile big, and I would smile big, and oftentimes those smiles affected my relationship with those people. Like they gave me more because I was smiling. And now I'm the kid on the corner at these places, like, hey man, how you doing? How you doing? And because of some smiling that I did when I first walked into them, because I was doing the practice of smiling, just being, just being gregarious, And so that's
Mm-hmm.
the thing that I got that I wrote in the book. It will help you a lot. Smile.
Something that's simple.
Something so simple. Something
Mm-hmm.
so simple. But when you're in pain, you don't think about a lot of things that are normal to you. Right? You just like when you're in pain, you're focused on the pain. You're focused on the pain. And so my thing is to focus on the pain, but add these
Mm-hmm.
little things into your pain path, and that can bring you up just a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's amazing. And you said that prior to the stroke, you were a playwright as well.
Yes. I was at Fisk, as a matter of fact. Well, actually, I had my stroke like literally while I was giving a commencement speech at Fisk University. Like that's when it happened, right? That's
Hmm.
crazy. But and prior to that, I had been I'd been putting on my play as a work of art, and so I was
Mm-hmm.
pulling the kids from the from the what's it called? Fisk I can't remember the name now, but anyway, the Fisk University has these students, and they're duty bound to work with who's ever in the studio. And so I was a person in the studio. I was doing this, and putting it together, and ultimately I decided to let it go. I let Professor Persephone Bender Felches ah Bender Felches. I think that's her name, and I let her take it on its own course. So
Mm-hmm.
so what happened is it became a whole new thing. Like I started off with a play for a one man show, and then she turned it into a play with like 24 people. I was like, what?
Oh.
I was
Oh.
like, whoa! It was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. So
Mm-hmm.
that play was something that I did most recently.
So for the writing, even prior, for your previous writing and previous plays, what typically was what was it about? What were they about? What was your content, your genre? What?
Yeah. Um, Yeah, I was doing stuff. I was doing stuff. I I put some books out that were termed erotica. Like they weren't erotica, but they were defined by others as erotica. I put out some books that like,
No,
yeah, I was
don't
going
make
I was going hard. I was going hard.
make me laugh because you said you don't call it erotica, but other people call it erotica.
Yeah, other people call it erotica. Um,
So
but
what?
yeah,
I mean, like love stories?
yeah, kind of love stories. Like um, I collected my short stories
Hmm.
in, into a, a collection of short stories, and I published that. And that was, like I don't even really like talking about this anymore. You know what I mean? Because I am so focused on the work that I do now. You know,
Yeah, yeah. I
we
see how, yeah, you
yeah,
completely evolved.
it completely changed, completely changed.
Mhm.
And so people
Mhm.
talk about this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, I did that. That's cool. But this is where I am now. I am talking
Right.
about hacking your pain now. That's what I'm talking about now. But I was also a ghostwriter, and I wrote I ghost wrote a book for someone famous. And I did some of those things. So I had a whole life as a career as a writer, but
Mhm.
it stops. It stopped when I had my stroke, and now it's continued again in a completely new vein,
In a
completely
new direction.
new direction. Yes,
Mhm.
completely
Mhm. In a new direction.
new
Yeah, so you were basically thrown into a new path
yes, yes, I was. Yes, I was.
completely.
So two things. It threw me to this to hack your pay now, and it also drew me to money. It drew me to money. It drew me to money because when I had that stroke, when I had that stroke in Nashville, giving this Princeton speech with this, I had zero benefits. I had zero benefits in a
Mhm.
new city. Like you can imagine the bill. You can imagine the bill. And so I've had to really think about money and think about, all right, now how can I think about money differently? And I found some stuff. I found lots of information about money. And so the
Mhm.
title of my podcast is Get Rich 101. Get Rich 101. And I'm talking to people about raising their awareness about money every day. Every day. Now I'm on episode 770. Like I've been doing this for a while now. That's since the show.
Okay.
Since the show.
Mhm.
I've been doing it, and helping people understand this is what you need to know about money. And there's a lot of stuff that we need to know.
I love it. I love it. So tell us a few of the key points that you're hitting in the podcast.
Oh, so the main one, I'm gonna give you just one. Let's give you just one
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah. Because
it's important.
people need to listen.
You need to listen. You've
Mhm.
heard people talk about pay yourself first. You've heard it. People talk about it, but
Yeah.
have you done it? Have you done it?
Mhm.
Done it? And
Mhm.
when you do it, it will change everything. But you got to
Mhm.
be willing to do it. So I I practiced doing the right thing with my money when I was doing DoorDash. DoorDash, right? Not when I was making $200,000 a year, right?
Mhm.
Not when I was making real money, but when I was doing DoorDash. And I said, all right, so that's like 10. Wait a minute, so $100, 10% of that is $10, right? So I'm gonna take $10 and put it over here somewhere. I was like, it ain't gonna make no difference. It ain't gonna make this $10 ain't gonna make no difference, right? But I put
Mhm.
that $10 over there,
Mhm.
it started to grow. It started to grow fast. It started to grow fast. And I'm telling you, people, you've got to invest your money, not save, invest, invest. So
Mhm.
you've got to really get focused now. It's not about where the money comes from. Money can come from anywhere, right? It can come from anywhere. But what you need to do with that money is invest it in any small amounts. Doesn't even matter how small it is. Invest it, invest it, invest it.
So how can we get on to this podcast?
Just go. Just turn it on. Like it's on every day. It's on. I'll give you the official spiel. The official spiel is Get Rich 101 comes on Monday through Friday
Okay.
at 9:45, and it comes on. I do the show live. I've got some guests. B King is one of my guests. We do Beyonce Files, and we do some other fun things. But that's how you can watch it. Now, there's also links on my website, sacredrights.com, right there on the
Okay.
where you can buy things. Because I've done some things before where people want to not just watch the whole podcast; they want to get straight to it. They want to get right to making some money. That's available on the website. And yeah, and once the the subject is up, once the video is up, it stays up forever. And so the videos are there forever. Like you can go back 750 episodes. You can go do it now. You can watch everything. But
Okay.
you're gonna see me like, what do I do? How do I figure out this money thing to really getting it and figuring out and figuring it out and figuring it out and figuring it out and figuring it out and getting better. I should.
Okay. So we definitely need to go to
You
the
all need to
website.
go. You all
And
need to go. You all need
right,
to go.
right. Definitely need to go to the website.
Yeah, yeah, for
You see
sure.
the website there on the ticker. If you are listening on the radio, the website again is www.sekou, that's SEKOU, rights, WRITES.com. And you will be able to see previous podcast episodes and then live as well. So now the live, where can we see the live?
The live, just
Yeah.
so you see it on
Is it
YouTube,
on Facebook? Is it on
Facebook,
okay.
LinkedIn, um,
YouTube,
every
Facebook, LinkedIn. All right.
everywhere you can. But I would choose um, YouTube as the best because sometimes there's some issues with the Facebook, but
Okay.
YouTube is the best. Watch me on Facebook, like, follow, subscribe,
Mm-hmm.
follow, subscribe, so you get them constantly spooling up. You get them constantly. You get them quickly. You know.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. And I love this because I can use this as a resource
Yeah.
because, I have clients that I'm like, look, let's get you ramped up in 2025.
Yeah.
I mean, money wise, woo, a lot of us do not have
Oh,
a good relationship with money.
me. I didn't have a good relationship with money, and I thought I did. I thought I did. Let me
Mm-hmm.
make that point clear. I thought I had a great relationship with money until he put me in a dire situation. A dire situation because my stroke was serious. I'm not going to talk to you about how serious it was, but my stroke was serious, right? Now the bills associated with that seriousness of a disease, compared with not having any benefits, not a benefit at all, like you can imagine the amount of money that was being asked for. And so for me to go in and check and see what am I doing with my money and really dive into it, like reading every day, listening to podcasts every day, watching YouTube every day, like
Mm-hmm.
every day
Mm-hmm.
trying to figure it out. And then be like, wait, this is that easy? Oh, I can just do this, or I can just do this. And getting it together, that's what I gotta say about it. It's real. That's real. Because I thought I had a good relationship with money, and I did not. I did not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you use the formula really that successful people use where you invested in yourself and you learned and now you teach.
Yeah, and I'm teaching, and I'm still shoulder to shoulder with some folks. Like I'm just ahead of you guys, but I'm not far ahead. Like I'm just moving
Mhm.
a little bit ahead of y'all, and you all can get in right behind me. You can get involved with my group, my classes, get involved with
Mhm.
everything now because yeah, I'm telling y'all how to do it. I'm telling y'all how to do it. And yeah, it's like I want to make it less arcane than spending money on yourself. Because you say that, people are like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a class. No, you ain't gotta do all that. You ain't gotta do all that. You can choose one YouTube per day. Just into one YouTube per day. It doesn't even matter who. It doesn't even matter who, because once you listen to one YouTube starts feeding you more, feeding you more, feeding you more,
Right.
and so listen to that one person Monday, listen to the new person Tuesday, and eventually you're going to get somebody that connects to
Mhm.
you, and just listen to it. Listen to
Mhm.
it. Yeah, that someone could be me, but it might not be. But I'm out here. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it out there.
Right. 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 So you have other people that are contributing in the podcast so that we get perspectives on money from, well, we get different perspectives on money.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So So I'm gonna give you a funny example. So a friend of mine, she was she was um, wanting to find out what happened to me. You know what happened to me with the stroke, right? And so I contacted her, and and she said, "Well, you know what I do about money." It was just a random comment. It's like, "So you know what I do about money?" And I said, "No, I don't have any idea. I don't have any idea what she does about money." So I asked her, "What do you do about money?" And she said that she went and changed her major in school because of one of the recessions. She changed her major to
Mm-hmm.
finance, and I was like, "What?" Like I've known her, we've hung out, but I did not know that at all. It was like completely over my head, right? So you've got to really zero in. You've got to really think about what does this person do? What does that
Mm-hmm.
person do? You got to really focus because I'm having her on my show. Like you can believe I'm having her on the show to talk
Right.
about how she changed her life just based on what is this a recession? What do I do to avoid a recession? And then
Mm-hmm.
one thing, that's the next thing, that's the next thing, that's the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you know how we should be in a recession.
That was
We choose not to participate
yeah. Yeah.
because it is just that.
Yeah. Yeah. There are people
It's a
buying things
choice.
on sale. Buying things on sale during a recession. Like, don't even get me started now. Because I'll go. Because I get excited just because I hadn't realized it was that easy to do. And it's
Hmm.
just those easy things. Like I go back to what I said before, invest $1 today. Do it today though. Invest $1 today. That's what I say. Invest $1 today. Don't wait. Invest $1 today.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mhm.
Hmm. Free information.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'll tell you. I'm
That's-
happy to give out more information on this because I'm doing a course on this. I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it Saturday, and I'm gonna talk to people about what they what questions they have, and just let it all hang out. Just find out what you want to know. Come ask me.
Mhm.
Come ask me now, and get your information because there's so much information out
Yes, yes, it is. Okay, so is there when you do this course, is there going to be any cost to that?
there. You know what? You know what? I feel I can feel Fee staring at me. I can feel Fee staring at me. I can feel Fee staring at me.
But,
Uh,
but I'm staring at you too.
I think this one time, this one time, this one time, this one time, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for free. I'll ask for donations. If you have a if you felt like I served you, you give me a donation. But Saturday is one time. I will do it for free if you unless you give me of your free will. So
Okay.
Saturday, if you want to contribute to me, feel free.
Okay. Um and I definitely hear that, that approach, that initially, and I mean, and I've heard other entrepreneurs, and I mean, I've listened myself and watched YouTubes and YouTube videos from these entrepreneurs that are, I mean, we're talking about like past six figures. We're talking about 7, 8 figure people that will start off with, okay, well, my the information I'm giving is free now, but for a very, very short amount of time, or it's a nominal cost. Like, you ever go to a website and it will say something like, get your free ebook,
Right,
or maybe the ebook is $7,
right.
something like that. And of course, from there, it's leading into Well, now I have this course.
Yeah.
I have this course. Okay, if you like that,
Right.
it's that drip
Yeah.
campaign.
Yeah.
That drip marketing they call it.
That's right. That's right.
You know,
You could
I'm
do.
I'm, I'm gonna give you something.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give you the whole pie.
Right.
I gotta eat.
You give me a little slice of the pie. A little slice of the
But I'm gonna give you look. I might not even give you a slice. I might give you a part of a
pie.
slice.
Right. A piece, a scoop.
And that's right, exactly. I'll cut you off a piece, and that's gonna be
Yeah.
about it. And because once people see the value, that you're giving, hopefully they'll donate.
Yeah.
Maybe they won't.
Hmm.
But I tell you one thing, they will be back.
Yeah.
And when they come back, well, now you got to pay.
Yeah.
little, little fiance fee said,
Yeah.
"Look, we got to eat over here.
That's right.
We
That's
are entrepreneurs, and this is how it works.
yeah. That's right. That's
And
right.
this is how it works. And everybody, watching and listening, you know, you were just giving a nugget right there.
Yes.
You're when you were seeing that Sekou has really, I mean, really, and it's not even completely out of the weeds, has really pushed through an unforeseen circumstance.
Yeah.
It changed the trajectory. I knew I was going to mess up that word. I know the word, but I cannot. It's hard to say. Trajectory.
Yeah.
There we go. I said it.
Yeah. Yeah. We got it. We got it. We got
I'm
teamwork.
not,
Teamwork.
I'm not. There we go. I'm not going to try it again.
Yeah.
Your path was changed. Was changed,
Yes.
and that's all. And that's all for a very good reason.
Hmm.
When you may not have even seen or known the reason at the time, but you were meant to do something different
Yes. Something
and
like
something that is impactful.
yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not going to get back much to the fact that you said that you were writing erotica, but I'm going to just enough to put my little 2 cents in is that I used to write erotica. But I didn't do entire short stories. I did poems.
Okay.
I performed poems. I performed as spoken word and
Right.
all that. I traveled to different places, different shows, did spoken word, and this is what I became known for.
Yeah.
Now, the funny part about it is that I was also, because I'll write in different genres, so I was also performing in like women's empowerment poems and the personal development, mental health. And I mean, I was covering a couple of topics in my poetry,
Mm.
but what people started to know me for was the erotica.
Right. Wow.
And now I have, I'm going to say, given my life to Christ. I
Hmm.
don't write that anymore. I don't write like that anymore. And I still have people that contact me, hey, can you come perform my show?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they don't know that my entire, I'm gonna try one more time, trajectory.
Yeah.
I had to slow it up.
Yeah.
But they don't know
Yeah.
that my path has completely changed,
Yep.
you know, and the same with you. Because you were meant to write in a manner that's impactful for others, that
Yes.
helps others.
Yes.
And then, in addition to the book, like you said, your book helped you.
Yeah. It helped
That
me. It helped me. Yeah. Didn't even know it was mine. I was like, okay, this was good. This was good. I have to put it out there. I have to put it out there in the world so other
Mm-hmm.
people find out.
Mm-hmm.
I say.
Mm-hmm. Well, you definitely have a customer here.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very
I
much.
will
Uh,
definitely be purchasing the book.
Make sure you
I
leave an Amazon
will
review.
also say again.
Make sure you leave an Amazon review.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yo yeah. You gotta leave the Amazon review. Got to do that. Mm-hmm. And I am charging everybody listening to be on Saturday. Okay, for you to talk about how we need to change our relationship with money.
Yeah, all right. All right.
Okay, so now is that this coming Saturday?
Like, really, I just threw that out. I just threw that out just now. So
Uh-oh.
let's see. Let's see. Let's see.
I mean, if it's not, I just want to make sure that we get the date correct so that
the next the the next Saturday because
okay, okay,
because I'm also gonna make the same announcement at church. Same announcement at church, so it has to be the
all right,
next Saturday.
all
So
right, amen.
next Saturday, yeah. All right, amen. Because I'm
Yes.
preaching a sermon on Sunday. I'm preaching a sermon, and I am
Oh, you preach?
yeah. I have been since the stroke. I've done like 3 sermons since the stroke because I've been moved. I've been moved now. I've been moved, and
Oh,
so this Sunday I'm preaching a sermon. And I'm going to be talking about this. I'm going to talk about money. I'm talking about money, and then I'm going to tell them where they can go to get it. So that following Saturday, they can come and get it. They can come and get
I love it. I absolutely love it. Because I'm telling you, if you do not, and not you, I'm speaking to everybody. If you do not make a change and you're not moved, even after a traumatic experience, I don't know what to say for you.
it. Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, it's a tough choice. It's a tough choice, but you got to recognize that there is a choice. There is one
Hmm.
way to move versus another way to move, and choose
Right.
a higher road. But yeah, you got to find out. You got to be of a mindset to know that there are 2 paths right there. You got to take the right one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when it's not an if, it is a when.
Mm,
Because when God is trying to get us to listen, things will happen. Your life can end up in complete turmoil. It's your ton of bricks. And then you have to make the decision to adhere to the word,
mhm.
to the gospel.
Yeah,
Hopefully that's the decision
yeah,
because the fork in the road is going to happen
right.
at some point. And then, even when you make the right decision and you decide, and this came up in another podcast that I did, another show that I did, where my guest said that she was told and prophesied over her. God is waiting for a yes from you.
Mm.
He's waiting for a yes.
Hmm.
And she had no idea
Yeah.
what it was that she was supposed to do.
Hmm.
But her life was in a shambles prior. Okay.
Hmm.
However, even when you give your yes, from that point on, joy and peace is there. However, we still go through it.
Hmm.
And that's because it's going to be tests.
Yep.
The
Testing this.
enemy is going to try to get you to stop doing what it is you're doing because what you're doing is building the kingdom.
Okay. Yeah.
And say, cool, you have been you gave your yes.
Okay.
And that is your phenomenal brother. You get, and we, and the world needs more of you, more like you. So, but your book is, I'm sure something to behold,
Mm,
so that other people understand you need to give your yes.
yeah.
You need to give your yes.
Yes. Come on. Come on with the yeses.
And I love the fact that you are, even because you could have you could be a gatekeeper. You could have been keeping it all to yourself. I love the fact that that you have a podcast that is on the topic of money,
Mm-hmm.
because church folk
Yeah.
don't typically like to discuss money.
Mm,
And then our people, okay, us black and brown folk, a lot of times we don't know where the resources are, or we just don't have the foundation for the for knowledge to put ourselves in a better financial position.
mm, mm, mm.
You know, a lot of us didn't grow up with money.
Yeah.
And even if we grew up with some, our parents, whoever took care of us, even had some money. What we call having money really wasn't having money. you know,
Mm-hmm.
you were fed, you had clothes on your back. Sometimes we didn't even know that our parents were broke because we got things.
Yeah.
We may have been told no sometimes in the store, but we had clothes on our back, we had food. We didn't go hungry. We went to school every day decent, so we did not know. But a lot of us just do not have not just a good relationship, but we just really don't know. Even when say we do start a small business,
Mm-hmm.
and now we start to make money, or even a better job, even a decent job with a decent wage or salary. We don't know what to do with the money when we get it. When we have disposable income, we
Right.
don't know what to do
Right.
with it.
Right. But once again, I had a job where I was getting paid $200,000 a year. $200,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
Do it all the way. When I started doing the right thing with the DoorDash money, watch my money grow.
And watch your money grow.
Watch my money grow.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. Well, I charge everybody listening to come to this. I mean, to get this information,
Yeah.
not just come. And you said not, so not this. Look, you got me saying, looking at my calendar here.
I know.
So
I haven't even looked at it.
this Saturday is the 22nd. Okay, so the following Saturday is the first.
Is it first?
Yeah,
Saturday.
so that's March the 1st. Okay.
I'll have a training. Oh, okay. Well, so then I do it this Saturday. I do it this Saturday. We're gonna do it this Saturday.
This Saturday.
This Saturday. We're gonna do it this Saturday. I have a schedule conflict with my fiance just reminded me of.
Oh, okay, with March the 1st. So it is going to be this Saturday.
This Saturday, let's go.
All
Let's
right, so
go.
2/22.
Yeah.
And what time?
Let's say 11 o'clock. Let's say 11 o'clock on Saturday.
11 a.m. on Saturday.
Yes, it's gonna.
Now, you know what's funny about the this Saturday at 11?
What?
That's going to compete.
Oh yeah.
You air this Saturday
Oh,
at
yeah. Give me two dates. Well, new time. New time.
11.
Let's do 1 p.m. 1 p.m. 1 p.m.
Okay.
work.
All right. And get some people on. You're gonna get
1
some
p.m.
people
works.
on. Say again.
1 p.m. works. 1 p.m.
1
works.
p.m. 1
1 p.m.
p.m. is 1 p.m. All right.
Saturday,
All
1
right.
p.m.
So 1 p.m.
Saturday.
February the 22nd. And
Yes.
this is Eastern Standard Time. Now,
Yes.
are we getting on live? We Facebook Live, YouTube
I do
Live,
YouTube. YouTube. Yes, go to my YouTube. I'll do it live via my YouTube. Yeah,
YouTube Live. Okay. Is the name of the YouTube channel all that's also Sekou
at
Right?
Taking Rights. Yeah, at
All
Taking Rights.
right.
Yeah,
Okay. Those of you that are watching, hopefully you've paid attention to the ticker. Okay, because all of Sekou's information is there.
that's right.
I'm telling you, I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm gonna be on.
Okay,
I'm gonna be on.
let's go. Let's get it.
And I have no problems with a donation because I'm telling you folks, you get so much we get so much for free. We really do. Okay? YouTube. And it's free.
Mhm.
It's about whether or not you want to take the information
Yep,
and put it into action.
yep. That's it. That's it. Because I was watching YouTube forever before the show. Just watching stuff to entertain me. But now I'm watching YouTube to educate myself. Educate
That's
myself.
right.
It's all right there. Right there on YouTube. Right there.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you when was the last time, even in my vehicle. It's either YouTube when I'm driving, I'm going somewhere. It's either YouTube University
Mhm.
or I'm listening to a sermon, okay, or I might listen to my gospel station just to hear, to hear some gospel music. But that's it. Those are the three choices. I don't have time to sit and scroll through funny cat videos and no. Mm-mm. All right. Oh, let's get on a ball. I'm so excited.
So let's go. Let's go.
I'm excited about this. It's definitely go time.
Let's go.
It's still early in the year.
Yeah.
So everybody, listen, I'm telling you, I'm charging you to get on to this YouTube live that Sekou is going to do on February the 22nd
Yeah.
at 1 p.m. That's 1 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah.
Get the information about how we are supposed to be spending or not spending and investing
Yeah.
our money
Exactly. Exactly.
properly, okay, so that you can ramp up and have a better 2025. That'll be the best year you have had so far.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. I'm excited.
Let's
I'm excited. Okay. So we have that your book, Hack Your Pain Now, probably the only unedited book
yeah.
on the planet.
Doing well too. yeah.
But I love it. I'm here for it because I get the whole concept behind that. I wanted you to explain that to us. Okay, I get it. Thank you, Mama, for that. Love it. Absolutely love it. The book is on Amazon, but as well, please visit Sekou's website
Yes.
again, www.sekouwrites.com. Follow Sekou on Instagram, the podcast Get Rich 101, and that's Monday through Friday at 9:45 a.m. Eastern. That is live.
Yep. Let's go to YouTube. Watch it.
And then we get a special event
Yep. You get a special event. Come on.
February 22nd,
Let's
2025.
go. Let's go.
All right. Is there any golden nugget about your journey that you would like to close out with?
Now is better than perfect.
One
Now
more time.
is better. Now is
Hmm.
better than perfect. Because I mean that has carried me through everything I've done post stroke. Everything I've done post stroke. Thinking that now is better than perfect. Come on, let's get out here and do it.
Now is better than perfect.
Yep.
Now is better than perfect. One thing I absolutely love about that is that in my profession in counseling and working with some folks, I definitely have had clients that are perfectionists.
Mm.
It is not a good thing.
Mm.
it's, it's definitely not. Even in a Facebook group, I saw where and this is actually a podcast group, and I saw a gentleman post. Does anybody have any type of advice? Because I'm a perfectionist,
Mm.
and he just had not gotten started
Mm.
on his podcast.
Mm.
Okay. And people will say things like, or well, some of the responses, just do it,
Mm.
which is a bit cliche.
Mm. Mm.
Okay. And not necessarily helpful.
Mm.
Okay. But as you can hear through the show today, that there is never going to be a perfect time. And there's going to be unforeseen circumstances. There's going to be problems. There's going to be a ton of bricks sometimes that's going to fall. God may be looking to shift you into a new direction because maybe what you were doing prior was not kingdom work and it wasn't glorifying him. So now he's asking you for that yes. But it is a choice, as we spoke of earlier. It is a choice. But now is better than perfect.
That was doing perfect.
I'm gonna close out right there. Well, thank you. Stay cool.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you having me on the show.
Thank you for coming on. I thoroughly enjoyed having you on today.
Thank you.
And we're here for it.
Here for it. Let's
Here
go.
for it.
Let's go.
We're here for it. All right. You have watched or listened to, depending on the medium, the Thais show once again. I appreciate everyone for coming on, for being here. And I know you are gaining value from the show. And hopefully, we have motivated and encouraged you to be your best in 2025 and understand that now is better than perfect. Thank you. God bless.
Please stay